I'm only speaking to benevolent beings. I refuse consent for all force technologies, clones, clone attachments, forced magic, forced artificial reality connections, and or astral realm connections, and all of the entities trying to force those. I refuse consent for all forced magic, reversal magic, and or any magic of any kind in any form from any source in existence to be forced on any level, dimension, or timeline of my being, including any of my recordings in part and or in whole. I refuse consent to being harmed, and I refuse consent for any holding ill intent towards me to be on my channel and or to listen to any of my recordings in part and or in whole. So moving forward, there's a topic that I wanted to mention to benevolent beings in case it may be helpful. So what the topic is, it's grounding and or earthing. To reduce the dirty electricity being forced on them, to try and reduce and or dampen the artificial frequencies, the V2k, the remote neural monitoring, the directed energy weaponry. So this method is extremely helpful. It's not going to cancel out all of it, but it will provide relief. You can look those topics up on YouTube. Either put in do-it-yourself grounding methods or just put in earthing, do-it-yourself earthing, and pull up the list. I'm going to briefly just describe a couple of ways to do it cheaply. And the things needed. So the things needed will be the silver tape. It's like almost like aluminum foil tape, duct tape. It looks like aluminum foil, but in tape form. That runs generally around $6, maybe $8. So a roll of that. At least a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch copper pipe. Usually the copper pipes come in 12 to 16 inches long, and those need to be put into the ground at least 6 inches. So you need the tape, the pipe, and if you can, 2 sets of jumper cables. And the copper wire, which a short piece of copper wire, which you can get by you're going to need to cut off one end of one set of the jumper cables to cut off the clip, and then cut off about 6 inches of the insulation to expose the 6 inches of copper wire, because that's going to be needed to wrap around the pipe. So I will put the couple of videos that might be of interest in the show notes in case you'd like to take a look at those. It's extremely beneficial while you sleep. And if you can manage to set something up inside your vehicle while you're driving, that's also going to be helpful. Now, if you just sit in your vehicle a lot, maybe you can find a way to park somewhere near dirt. For when you're driving, you can ground it to a piece of metal, like let's say underneath your seat, you're more so grounding to the battery, but while you're driving, you're still grounding. So it might be worth it to you to do that. I don't know. But for the bed, you'll take, you're going to use 2 long strips to cover the length of the bed, and go down the edge of the bed about 6 inches apart. The strips need to be about 6 inches apart. And then you'll take your, at the end of the bed, as the tape comes over the mattress, you're going to take the copper wire. It might have to be a little bit more like 12 inches that you might have to take off the end of one of the jumper cables. But once you've taken you've cut off the end, the clip off the end, and then you're gonna, however long you need to be to cover for the short copper wire to extend past the edge of each side of the tape. So the tape's coming down off on the side of the mattress at the end there, or on the edge of the mattress. The copper wire needs to extend beyond each tape strip. Just a little bit. It doesn't need to be a lot. Just extend it past the tape strip a little bit. You're going to force, basically take the short piece of copper wire, bend it into like a horseshoe shape, and then tape it crosswise or horizontally across both pieces of tape at the end of the mattress there. And they'll extend a little bit beyond each side. Because on one side, you're going to take on the edges, you know, once you've bent it into like a horseshoe shape, the 2 end pieces, you're going to attach one of the jumper cable clips to that end. And then the other end that you've actually cut off the clip and exposed the wire, that exposed wire is going to wrap around the copper pipe and or rod that you've put into the ground, at least 6 inches. Now you can go even further than that and buy some cheap aluminum mesh screening. So for about 4 feet of it, it runs about $7-8. So you're either going to fold it into squares so you can sit on it, or you can lay it out and sit on a portion of it, but also have the rest of it covering your head and your face and your upper body, right? It's almost like sitting underneath the blanket. You're going to sit on a portion of the screen, but then pull the rest over you. And you're going to clip one end of the jumper cable, and then the other end is going to have the exposed wire to attach to the copper pipe that's in the ground. So those are just some ideas. as far as grounding, grounding is extremely beneficial to the body. It allows you to sleep better. It allows you to get into REM, so the body can get into a healing state. It's going to pull out all the dirty electricity from your energetic field in your physical body. It reduces inflammation and more general aches and pains. Basically, it's like grounding outside, like laying outside in the grass on the ground for a couple hours, only you're setting it up to where you can just do it from your bed, or you can do it from your car. It's like walking barefoot in the grass for a while. Maybe you want to read up on it and see the beneficial effects of it. Maybe hear some people, listen to some people talk about it. But I think it's extremely beneficial for dampening the V2k and the remote neural monitoring. It's not going to cancel it out altogether, but it does dampen it. And it allows the body to heal and, maybe even sleep like that. You can cover yourself with a screen and have it attached to the pipe outside to where it's grounded, and you've got it clipped to the wire mesh. And you should notice a difference right away. Within at least 15 minutes, you should notice a difference. You should start feeling better, less confused, or the brain fog starts to dissipate. You should start to see dissipation of general aches and pains. Start feeling more clarity. So, $20, is it worth it? I'm just saying. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know, but it is extremely beneficial for the body. So I just thought I would mention it in case there are those out there that would like to try it. And I'll leave those video links in the show notes in case you want to take a look. So hopefully you're finding your strength. Stand in your power and authority. And take back anything you think has been raped from you. Be refusing consent for everything that they try to force. Be demanding that universal laws be fully enforced here permanently. And be demanding that the artificial frequency fence be permanently terminated. Till next time.